This is the Horse Radio Network. This is episode 325 of Horse Tip Daily, a different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you one day at a time. Today's tip is sponsored by FeedXL. Visit them at feedxl.com. Howdy, everybody. Glenn the Geek back with you from Lexington, Kentucky, and welcome back to Horse Tip Daily. Well, we'll be talking a little bit about our guest coming up, who's been with us since the beginning, actually. But first, I want to mention only 3 days left until the start of Horses in the Morning. Starts on Monday morning, 9 o'clock. You can win over $2,000 in prizes that we'll be giving away during the month of November to callers to the show. And one of those prizes is a $500 gift certificate from Equestrian Collections. And another one, and that's a shopping spree for Christmas. And then another one is donated by World Equestrian Brands, our good friend Robin Moore over there. She donated a Vespucci, your choice of any Vespucci bridle, worth up to $500. So there's two big prizes that we have coming, and we have a ton of smaller ones as well. So stop on over to find out how you can win at horsesinthemorning.com, Monday morning, 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. It's the first live show that we're putting out here on the Horse Radio Network, and we'd love to have you call in and participate. Well, today we have back with us Megan Ayrault. Megan is one of the leading authorities on animal massage in the country and has been with us since I think she was on episode 5, way back in the beginning of Horse Tip Daily. She wrote the book, The Horse Lover's Guide to Massage, and is an excellent person to explain massage. She explains it very simply, and so that we can understand it exactly what she's talking about. And we'll be back with Megan right after these words from FeedXL. You know, if you're looking for a place that you can find the information that you want to find about your horse, that you can find the information that you want to find about what you feed your horse, then FeedXL is the place to go. FeedXL takes a look at all of the criteria around your horse, the type, the age. It takes you a couple minutes just to fill in the details about your horse, the breed, the weight, and all of that stuff. And then you fill in what you're feeding your horse, and it takes all of that information, does some serious science and math, and this is put together by doctors of equine nutrition. So there's some people that really know what they're doing this. They put all this information together and they spit you out some reports that shows you if you're feeding too much or if you're feeding too little. It really does calculate your horse's nutritional requirements and make sure they're being met, and also make sure that you're not feeding too much. So you could actually save money by stopping over to feedxl.com, taking the couple minutes it takes to input the information about your horse or your horses, and you can find out, are you feeding the right thing? Do you need more of this supplement, less of this supplement? Do you need to add this supplement? Is your horse need more hay, less hay? Things like that. Takes a look at everything involving your horse's nutrition. So for more information or to use FeedXL, go to feedxl.com. Well, hi, Megan, and welcome back to Horse Tip Daily. It's been a while.
Yeah, Glenn, it has been a while. I think we've both been pretty busy the last 6 months or so.
Yeah, we record, as everybody knows, we record a bunch of tips at one time and then spread them out over a period of time. So people have been able to hear you over the period of time, but we haven't spoken in person. And you have a lot of cool things going on your website since I talked to you last.
Yep, a few changes there.
And it's all about animalmassage.com.
Yes.
So tell me what's the new webinar thing. What's that all about?
Well, I made a free webinar this last July, and the topic is, the title of the webinar is Natural Healing Secrets for Rescued and Adopted Animals. So the free webinar is not specific to horses, but definitely includes horses. And it's about sharing a couple of massage techniques and some information that really helps any animal, but is especially good for rescued and adopted animals because it's about calming the nervous system and also boosting the immune system. So when they've been through even minor stresses of just changing homes, but especially if there's been more, neglect or abuse involved, then they need the emotional healing and the nervous system healing even more. And so just some gentle techniques that aren't focused on helping muscle soreness, although they can indirectly, but they boost the immune system and also, like I said, calm the nervous system, and in the process of that can really help with building trust, for them to build
Right.
trust with you as the new owner and deepen that relationship.
Now, how do people find them, the shows?
Well, if they go to my website, allaboutanimalmassage.com, they'll find in a couple places, including the homepage, a place where they can put in their email, and it explains that if they put in their email, they'll be on the list to start receiving a whole series of free stuff, including the link to listen to the webinar. And a webinar is just an online class. I mean, it's already happened, so it's a recording at this point. So it's just a matter of receiving an email and clicking on the link and then listening and or watching to whatever the link was for. So the free webinar is one thing on the list. And then there's a series of short videos also where I talk and show a little bit about animal massage. And then there's a couple free ebooks. So all of those things are kind of a package deal. So anywhere they put their email in where there's an opt-in form, they'll be on the list to receive all of that stuff, including the webinar.
Okay, terrific. And you actually have an incentive for some of the horse rescues that are out there as well.
Yes, actually, and any animal rescue. So following the free webinar, I did create this summer also my first online classes, which are set up to take about a month to take, although really there's no time limit. You can take as long as you want. But it's a series of video lessons and then a series of emails and some audio recordings where I interview other people sharing their tips. And so the classes are set up so that if a nonprofit sends me their information so I can verify their tax information and that they're really a nonprofit, then I can provide them with an affiliate link, and any classes, they're $37 each, the classes, one for dog, one for horse. Any classes that are purchased through the charity's affiliate link, they'll get $20 of it.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'm hoping that they will be able to make lots of money.
And they're the ones that, of course, are adopting these animals out to people who would need this class. So
right.
That just fits perfectly.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Well, that is new stuff. You've been busy since I talked to you last.
Yeah.
In addition,
then I can share. I'll just briefly describe one of the techniques from the free webinar.
All right. Would that be our tip for the day?
That'll be the tip for the day. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Go ahead.
It's a technique. It's actually in the my books too. As in my book, I call it the immune boost, and in the free webinar, I call it the calm down points. It's actually the same technique. There are points for us. It would be at the base of your neck and right above your collarbone, where you have a little kind of a hollow spot. And the animals, they don't have the dogs and horses in any case, they don't have the collarbone. But if you follow the jugular groove down the neck to where it blends into the chest, you find still that same kind of hollow spot. It's that if the top of the sternum or the top of their breastbone, if you are there at the top of their chest and you just go off to the side a little bit, one on the right side, one on the left.
Yep.
Same area. So there's this kind of a soft hollow spot there. And if you just very gently massage there, it's calming and immune boosting for a couple of reasons. It is in the area of an acupressure point at the end of the kidney meridian. And the kidney meridian relates to fear, and it is used in acupressure as a calming point, among other things, also lung issues. But it's also the end point, or as close as we can get to the end point of the lymphatic system. This is right under here. Well, the distance varies, of course, depending on whether it's a dog or a horse, but maybe an inch, maybe a few inches, is where the lymphatic fluid that's been circulating through the body and being filtered by lymph nodes in various areas and it's a very important part of your immune system. This lymphatic fluid that has been filtered by this point is about to just re-enter the bloodstream right at the heart. So it's stimulating the movement of that fluid.
Okay. That makes sense.
And that's how it boosts the immune system.
Wow. And who knew that?
And the animals do usually find it a very calming technique.
Who knew that through massage you could do this?
Yeah, it gets more and more interesting the more you find out.
Yes, it is. It is very interesting. And this is one of the things that they would also find in the videos that you're talking about.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And so, of course, you can learn all about your what you do, and you have a book as well, a couple of books. But the website will lead you to all of that, and it's all about animalmassage.com. And I wanted to remind everybody that we've had you on many, many times here at Horse Tip Daily, and they can go to Horse Tip Daily and use the drop-down menu on the left-hand side of the page. Look for Megan, and you will find all of her tips in a row. So if you've missed past tips on massage, you can go back and listen to them, at any given time. It's one nice thing about podcasts. Mm-hmm. Well, Megan, we'll have you back again soon.
All right. Thanks, Glenn.
Well, thanks again to Megan Ayrault for joining us. We appreciate her being on the show and coming back. It had been a while. I just took a look, and it had been since episode 195 that we had Megan on, so we were due to have her back to talk more about massage. Horses in the Morning, thousands of dollars in prizes, tons of cool guests, and a lot of fun. Monday morning, November 1st, 9 a.m. Join us and call in. We want to hear from you. We'll be back again tomorrow with another new expert and a different horse tip. Until then, stay safe, everyone.
The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.